Hi, my name is Terry Todd. I'm the founder and executive director of Fashion Against Bullying, also known as the Fab Coalition. We're based right here in New Jersey, and our mission is to encourage youth to use creative solutions like fashion as a tool against bullying. What does fashion have to do with bullying? I'm glad you asked. Fashion is just a tool that we use to promote confidence. It's a fun way to get the kids involved and to actually show their confidence. Our programs are based on character building as well as leadership and mentoring. We have the kids work together and we're working on many different projects. We just came out of an anti-bullying symposium where our youth at our local high school were able to talk about how to report bullying instead of getting on their cell phones and being more of a distraction and more of a part of the problem instead of the solution. We also talked about what our what the adults can do to make it a little bit more comfortable for them, just to carry on throughout society, throughout their schools and in their communities. We also talk about how it is to, be creative. We're actually working on our fashion show that's coming up. I love the theme of our fashion show is cultural consciousness, and it's just to show how we're aware of other cultures that's in our community, that's in our schools, and that's all around us. And I just want to take this time to talk to some of the parents and adults about the creativities of our children. Oh my gosh, the creativity is amazing. It's really blowing my mind. We can't stifle their creativity. We can't take our children and try to make them into what we missed out on or what we want them to be. And not every child is going to college. College is just not for everybody. And we need to understand that. We're going to force these kids to go into careers and make decisions based on what we want, and they're going to be miserable for a long time. And I'm telling the truth because you're miserable. You've been miserable for about the last 10-15 years doing something that you really don't want to do. So many adults have gotten into careers and went to schools and have gotten degrees that they don't even work in today, and they've switched careers several times. And I think a lot of that comes from us not paying attention to the creativity in our children and trying to just guide them and follow their lead. What is it that your child likes to do? Does your child like to draw? Do they like to play the video games? Or maybe they like to even create their own video games. Or I know you might have a child that's into creating apps for the cell phone or for the internet. I mean, the creativity is endless. But you know what the problem is? So many of us as parents, we were born in a time in an era before the technology was as advanced as it is now, and we don't think that there's a career in it. Let me read off to you some of the information that I found. And these are just according to the Bureau of National Statistics, of Labor and Statistics, I'm sorry, according to, the different sites that hire creative people. Just listen to this. The average tattoo artist makes $40,000 on average, makes $40,000 a year. Auto mechanics, over $37,000. And this was their statistics as of 2015. A makeup artist based in New York, in other words, a makeup artist that does makeup, whose experience has worked in New York, fashion shows, film, theater, whatever, out of New York, can make an upwards of $93,000. Makeup artists, okay? Illustrators, these are the people that like to draw. If they only have a year's worth of experience, that means they could have been drawing the graphics for a t-shirt company while they were in high school. That's experience. And they can make anywhere from $39,000 to $52,000 a year. This is just what 1 to 3 years experience. Didn't say education. I said experience now. $39,000 to $52,000. Okay, if you have more than 3 years experience in illustration, you can make anywhere from $52,000 to $75,000. Okay, Technical illustrators, 65 to 90,000. Medical illustrators. You know, I was talking to some people this week that didn't even know that that career existed. Who do you think draws the anatomy and all of the medical visualizations that's in the medical books or on the internet, and know how to design the medical graphics? Well, those people, anywhere between 62 and 83,000. I went to had the opportunity, awesome opportunity, to go to the Dr. Oz show with my other job, Ducray College. It's a vocational college right in Plainfield, New Jersey. Awesome. Come check it out. Awesome in vocational graphic art is very artsy. The place, it reminds me of Hogwarts from Harry Potter. It's an amazingly creative place, and I'll be bringing in the fashion design studies there. But at any rate, we were at the Dr. Oz show, and after the show, they cleared out the studio, and it was just our high school students along with the Ducray students, and their creative arts director came out, and she started telling us and showing us some of the work that she does. She makes the pillars of fat and all of the different things that you see Dr. Oz with, the spine, and she's very creative. And this woman has a career. She's been working for Dr. Oz for over 8 years, making good money, and she does artwork all day, 24/7. That's all she does, and it's amazing. As a fashion designer, which is, of course, like my love, I love to see people who can create something from nothing like that, and people wear it and pay for it. A fashion designer, anywhere from 32,000 to our famous fashion designers who make in upwards of 120,000 or more. Okay, graphic designers, 49,000 on average. I mean, and the list goes. Fashion illustrators, the ones who know how to draw fashion, 47,000. The list goes on and on and on. Don't stifle your child's creativity. When your child says they want to be a photographer, or they want to be an illustrator, they want to get in graphic designs, they want to get into technical engineering, or they want to be a producer and in music in the field. Money, these are multi-billion-dollar careers. Don't stop them. Don't kill their dreams because you didn't have a chance to live yours. Let me tell you something. As an adult, it's never too late. Never too late for you to fulfill your dream. First of all, maybe you need to do a vision board and sit down and decide, what do you want to do with the rest of your life? Don't try to steal your child's vision or your child's dreams and make them yours because you didn't have an opportunity to go to college. You want your child to go to college. Maybe college is not for your child. Now, I'm not trying to tell you how to raise your children. Trust me, yes, I've raised 4 kids. I have 4 kids. I have 2 grandkids. But by the same token, each one of my children are different. Each one of them like different things. I mean, they're all creative, or every single last one of them. One likes to cook. The other one is she's into real estate and she does her thing. The other one is into fashion. The youngest one is into theater and the arts. And myself and my husband, we just encourage them to do something positive. Enjoy what you do. Whatever it is you're going to do, just do something. Have a plan and do something, but let it be something that you enjoy. We encourage them to be not even so much like we encourage them to be free thinkers, but be free thinkers with creativity. They are creators. We all are creators, but we encourage our kids, create your dream. If your dream isn't out there, create it. If it's something that you came up with, God put it up there. Or you have it in you. Everything you need, everything you desire to do, it's all in you. I didn't know that I would be doing this. I didn't know why I was going to fashion school in my 40s. Why in the world? I mean, my education says that I was going towards being a psychologist, either a school psychologist or something or another. And right smack, almost at the end of my master's degree, I have 12 credits left of my master's degree. I was like, I couldn't do it anymore. I wanted it wasn't making me happy. It was actually making me kind of depressed. And I was like, I can't do this. This is not the way I wanted to spend the rest of my life. But I love psychology. I love learning. I love teaching. And I didn't know what I was going to do. And I was like, you know what? I took a minute, just a minute, not a long time. Took a minute and I was like, you know what? I have a passion for fashion. I just want to know. I know how to sew, but I just want to know more about the industry. I want to know more about the field. And, I didn't have anything or anybody really stopping me. My husband was encouraging me. He didn't understand it. I didn't understand it. All he wanted to know was I going to get paid for it. And I went to school. I went to school in New York to the Art Institute of New York City, graduated from there with a degree in fashion design. 3 weeks after that, I ended up with a job in the fashion industry as a technical design specialist. Never even knew that career existed. That's what I was, a technical design specialist. And, I worked in the fashion industry. I learned so much in a short amount of time. But let me tell you where I really, really, really got my fashion experience from. Interning. That's all the jobs that I did for free just because I wanted to be nosy. I wanted to know what it was like. I wanted to know what it was like working backstage. I wanted to know what it was like working in the showroom. I wanted to know what it was like, how the products got made and delivered and going to Macy's and how did they end up where they were and how did I end up buying it. I wanted to know the backstory of it. But I didn't want to leave my love for psychology. But you know what? There wasn't anything out there that fit my two loves. My loves for psychology and learning and education and my love for fashion. Guess what TERRI did? She created it. That's how we ended up with the Fab Coalition. That, and along with another unfortunate circumstance, we ended up with the Fab Coalition. And the Fab Coalition marries the two together, psychology and fashion. So whatever your dream is, whatever you're destined to do, don't make it your kids. I mean, find out what their creativity is and help them to follow theirs. And you know what's going to be the best example? Them watching you follow yours. Them watching you create your dreams and your inspirations, what motivates you. When they see you motivated, guess what? They're going to get motivated. I have a daughter that she went to school for fashion studies and because she saw her mom doing it. She loved it. And one of my other daughters, the one that's into real estate, she has her own cosmetics line. Just the world is theirs. They can do whatever they want to do. I mean, as long as they're positive, as long as they have a plan, as long as they're being creative, myself and their father are there to support whatever it is they want to do. And they're beautiful kids, wonderful kids. So I'm just saying to you, as adults, as parents, as grown-ups, sometimes we got to put on our big girl clothes or our adult clothes, and we just have to be creative. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck just because you're on a job. And I know times is hard. Times are rough. The insurance and, healthcare and all that other stuff. Times are rough. But you know what? You don't want to die not fulfilling your purpose and not working in your passion. You want to be happy. That's what you want to do. So find out what it is. Even if you have to start off doing it part-time, even though you have to start off a little bit at a time, maybe just doing it one day a week on a Saturday morning when you have time, that hobby can become a business. I mean, you can do whatever it is you want to do. You can figure out a way to do it. And I'm here to tell you, I'm here to encourage you as much as I can. Let's allow our kids to be creative. Let's show them a whole new way. We're coming up on this presidential election, and I'm not a political person. I'm not on anybody's agenda. But what I will say, I don't care who they put in there. It's not going to stop TERRI from doing what it is that she wants to do. I'm going to figure out a way to do it. And I'm going to do it. And I want you to do the same. I want you to be encouraged. I want you to be inspired. I want you to be transformed. You do it. Listen, if you ever need somebody to speak for your youth or speak to your youth or even to your next women's event, you can call on me. I'm your girl. I'll be there. I love, love, love encouraging parents, encouraging marriages. Been married for going on 29 years to the same wonderful man. We put up with each other, but we love each other. I mean, whatever it is, I'm living my dream right now. I'm really not worried about the money as much as my husband is, but I believe that when you're doing things from your heart and from your passion, other things will come. And doors are beginning to open. They might be opening a little slow, but they're beginning to open. And I just want to encourage you. Don't stifle your child's creativity. Don't stifle your own creativity. The world is yours. Just do it. I love you. I love you. I love you. And let's make it happen. Okay? Toodles.